Chair with a magnetic flair. Someday has arrived, and as far as she's concerned, it's time to roll.
Okay, we're back on a Monday after a summer weekend, which is a really big brain sting, quite frankly. I don't know how you guys do it out there, but I'm not doing it so good in here, half dressed. Even though I knew we were going Facebook Live today, I just couldn't put any more clothes on. I am so sorry. You're going to have to deal with me. Plus, I went on a bread bender. 3 months in, I'm dieting. Everything's beautiful. I'm going to be a supermodel. I banged a hard left yesterday, and I will confess to you on the air today. Good morning, Bobby. Thank you so much for putting this song on today. Put it louder. I love it. I was walking through the park the other day, and I was listening to some of the songs in my iPhone, and I came across this one. This is Weezer, and it's called Island in the Sun. And it was a happy summer song, and I think all we should do is play happy summer songs in the middle of the madness of this world we're living in to at least give each other personal hope that maybe we're going to get through it collectively. And I was walking and thinking to myself about the troubles in the world. And I was praying, actually, to God that, we'd all come together and figure this out somehow. And I stopped. I want to tell you something interesting. There was a guy, a Latin gentleman with his baby sitting in the grass. And it was such a beautiful, beautiful moment. I walked over and I introduced myself. I said, can I take a picture with your camera of you and your baby? And he was like, what? Okay. I go, no, really, these are moments you can't capture yourself that I think you would like to save. So I do that often in the park when I see people with beautiful moments. So I did that for him. And I walked a little further. And some young, happening little African-American kid comes walking past. He goes, hey, you're looking good. I go, so you're beautiful, too. And I passed him, and then there was another bunch of women of all ethnic backgrounds, and they all waved and said good morning. I said, wow, if the world could just do this right every day, it would be such a more beautiful place. So I send you my power of positive attitude today. I always open the show with attitude, and I bring it, even if I'm lying. But I am bringing it today. I personally try every day to get up and do better, and I hope that you do too. Great show lined up, as always, the Elite to the Street fun ride through the news of the day, and we're coming right off the British Open, where a gentleman by the name of Henrik Stenson won. It wasn't just any win. In business, as in life, as in sport, sometimes you just know it's your time to win. Often, those of us who struggle, and I include myself in this category, to consistently achieve, we fail time after time after time after time. And what is it that gets some people to get back up and get back in there versus those who give up and go a different direction? So this is a great story of fortitude and resilience, and after I guess it was about, 7 attempts. He finished 4th or better in 7 majors. He finally, this new winner, a guy holding the claret jug, is part of our discussion today, Henrik Stenson. He wins, right? Great story. And I invited, today, just coincidentally and not so coincidentally, my dear, dear, dear friend, somebody I adore, Bruce Smith, former president of the Metropolitan Golf Writers Association and the force behind the largest, longest-running golf dinner in the country every year, which is still coming up, and there are still a few more tickets. If you haven't attended this, it's quite spectacular. What's even more spectacular about this is that the money raised from this event and the Metropolitan Golf Association funds scholarships for caddies in Long Island, New Jersey, and Westchester County. It's very special. Going to be a big one this year, and Davis Love is going to be the grand attention getter there, going to be there on the 65th annual dinner. We'll be meeting Bruce Smith coming up in just a few minutes here on the show. Also going to talk a little bit today about what happens at work, since we're back to work on a Monday, when you get frustrated and you overreact. And there was a golf-related story about this as well, about a club throwing incident. Rory McIlroy just at one point he cracked and he threw his golf club. I mean, all of us crack at certain points during our days at work. And what is it you have thrown or done that you regret, or are at the brink of wanting to throw or do or regret? So we'll talk about that coming up as well. Now, as if life wouldn't be crazier, let me just say, look at my outfit, because I'm on Facebook Live. Did not promote this. I'm hot. And I wore this dress, I realized this morning, to the dinner last year that Bruce Smith is here to talk about. and I'm captured in pictures in this dress at the dinner. Now, that is a professional fashion faux pas. I don't care. You see, I'm beautifully flawed. I just don't care. These are things I try and let you get rid of in your life. I was going to do my nails for today. Do you think you really care about my nails? Nobody really cares about my nails. My toes, you would care about. They're covered. Okay, I traded off not getting pedicure to go on a boat. Good choice. Okay, life's about choices and deciding that your time on this planet is worth more to you and how you're going to use it, and don't care what other people think about you. Now, strangely, in the hallway this morning, this is really just an accident. There was a guy dressed better than I could ever think of being dressed this morning, who you would think knew he was going to be on a video live show today. He had no idea I had cameras in the studio. He had no idea who I had in the studio. He just showed up looking like this. Now, could we just, Timmy, turn the cameras to Hank Joyella, who, quite frankly, may be the best dressed man in town. Get to the microphone. Turn it off, Bobby, so I can pull it. Yeah, turn it off so I can pull it over. Okay, Hank, say hello to everyone.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
You didn't know I was having cameras today.
No, I dress like this every morning.
He dresses like this every single morning, okay?
And we
You get dressed up and no place to go, here I am.
And that's what happened. He had dressed up and no place to go, but he landed here. Did you have like a sonar feeling or some kind of sense that this would be an appropriate place to show off this outfit?
No, I came for the money that you owed me.
I wish I did. I would say no. And believe me, money is always a topic, especially on a Monday, right? Isn't it everybody trying to get more money, figure out more money, earn more money, make a deal for more money, figure out how to get money to support something that they're working on. Pay bills. I love your tan. I heard you're fishing lately.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know
Yep.
who Hank is, Hank's a very, very dear friend of mine from life. Until recently, I don't know, he's still working?
Part-time, not full-time.
Oldest, longest existing broker on Wall Street in the history of Wall Street. Okay?
A 47-year-old trader, 47 years trading.
Nobody, they actually asked him, please, you're embarrassing us. You're too good looking, you're too smart. Could you give somebody else a chance here? So he was stepped back and you work a lot from your house, right?
Yep.
Maybe one of the smartest money guys I know. You. Would you say you're one of the smartest money guys?
I know how to take care of volatility. The answer is yes.
Okay, cool. Could you talk closer to the microphone?
Yeah, is
Okay.
that better?
Yeah. So I wanted to confess my bread problem to you, because I know that you walked in and said, wow, you look great, you lost some weight.
You look terrific.
Okay, well, I lost it. I was on that boat ride versus the pedicure, and we stopped by boat at a place along the water in City Island where Bob has never gone. I'm taking you on a date someday.
Oh.
Right. And we stopped at a restaurant, yes. And now I know at this restaurant, you can smell the garlic bread from the center of the Long Island Sound, okay?
Whoa.
It's not just any garlic bread. It's like you want to lay on it and wrap yourself in it, garlic bread. And then you eat your way out and then you keep going. It's like bread crack. So I walked in, I smelled it coming up. I'm like, here we go, the test of all tests. And I kind of said during the day, I was ready to give myself a break. It was time for bread or something, pizza, pasta. You know, how good can you be for so long before you crack up a little bit? I'm getting back on the horse today, but got in there. I didn't even say hello to the waitress. I had the bread in my hand. And I kept picking it like I wasn't going to eat the whole thing. I kept like pulling like the top part because I like the crusty part. I must have downed a loaf of bread that was this big. And I mean, really, I just was. And then I didn't have anything much else after that because of salad, and I didn't have a drink. But I felt bad about myself.
Oh, no, don't. Come on, you're allowed to a little bit, right?
I'll tell you what happened. Here's what carbs do to you. What gluten does to you. You eat the bread, you're smiling at people, and then all of a sudden your stomach starts to grow right past your smile, and it's sitting right on the table in front of you. And then you're like, I get the picture now. Absolutely. You a bread guy?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay, how much bread did you have this weekend?
A lot.
All right,
Garlic bread. I make it myself, though.
Oh, you had garlic bread too?
Uh-huh.
Like he knew I was going to talk about this
Doesn't
today?
like garlic bread.
I mean, the problem with garlic bread is it's just, there it is. So you made your own garlic bread
Uh-huh.
this weekend?
Yep. You go to E&P, you get stale bread, cut it in half, put it in the oven, a little olive oil, garlic, and in 2 minutes you have garlic bread for 45 cents that would cost you $9 in the store.
And that's why he's the money guy on Wall Street. He buys stale bread to make garlic bread. Why stale bread?
Because that's what people use. Croutons, stale bread, when you heat it in the oven, softens up.
Oh my gosh, who knew? Thanks so much for the recipe. What else did you make this weekend?
Homemade ravioli.
All right, man, you'll hang around because we'll get some recipes. Unless you got to go someplace. Where else are you going in this outfit today? You're in like good shape
well,
here on
you're
Facebook.
dressed up too, so I'll come up with something
Listen,
in
I
a
put
little
a
while.
I put a pin because I think something was a little too cleavage. We're just winging it today on the show. Coming up, my friend Bruce Smith, the former president of the Metropolitan Golf Writers Association. Big golf conversation today. Those of you who watch golf know that it's a kind of day after a wow event, and there's some big wow event coming up. Plus, you're going to love Bruce. He's as wacky as Hank and as fabulous as Hank. Come on back.
Nutrition Director and weight loss resistance